Hello, welcome to this Computer Weekly video. I'm Brian Glick, I'm the Editor-in-Chief of Computer Weekly, and we're here at the CW500 Club, our monthly gathering of IT leaders. This month we've been talking about software-defined everything, the emerging trend for things like software-defined storage, networking and data centers, an evolution of the virtualization trend that many of you, I'm sure, are very familiar with. Now to help me talk about software-defined, I'm joined by Anthony Guethert. Anthony is Senior Principal at Quintiles IMS. Anthony, thank you very much for coming along and joining us.
Hello Brian, thank you for your time and for having me here.
Pleasure. So tell us, what from your perspective at your organisation, why is software-defined becoming an important technology for you?
Sure, well for us software-defined, in this particular case storage and then configuration of servers is important for us because it improves performance on commodity hardware. We also find that we've improved resilience, we have better failover and business continuity. So in terms of performance, we're running a lot of databases, we're collecting data from disparate sources and we're collating it, putting it together, and we're also needing to secure that data. It's important for us to be able to increase the value that we're getting from suppliers who are providing the data center service, but also the actual hardware that that we're using in the data centers as well. Also by using products which virtualize and abstract out things like the storage to multiple parallel processing algorithms, we're able to improve performance significantly. So at a minimum, we're looking at the type of data that we're using. At a minimum, we're looking at about 4 times improvement for processing power and speed. In some of the better cases, use cases we've got, the performance is 13 times better. And that's using very, very simple commodity hardware. Some of the other benefits and why we're doing this is because we've also realized that we need agility to stand up and scale our platforms in different markets. If an opportunity arises to acquire data in a market area that we hadn't previously had the opportunity, we'd like to act on that quickly. And it's a competitive market and field now, especially with the likes of larger organizations like IBM entering into it. So we need to be able to capitalize on those opportunities quickly, and being able to stand up a platform, the configuration of which will be virtualized, and most of the servers are virtual that we set up, and the configuration is virtual, and all of our storage is virtualized, then we'll do it that way.
You touched there on some of the potential benefits that this can offer to you. On the other side of that, as you've been starting to look into some of this technology, what have you found have been some of the biggest challenges that you've faced, and how have you overcome those?
Sure, I think some of the biggest challenges for us have been learning curves. You need to come up to speed with what's available. You need to overcome the fear of the unknown. You need to be able to put your trust in a new product, new suppliers, and I think that sometimes has greater penalties than we realise, especially with such a large organisation. We're fortunate in that we do have a good pool of talent, and there is a genuine thirst for knowledge and for learning new things. But on the downside, we also have a very large organisation which needs very clear processes and protocols to purchase, to test, to assess the marketplace, to understand the legal framework and the contracts for the vendors and the suppliers before we actually even engage and install our software. And that creates a lag time. It also creates a certain amount of inertia towards the old, and it also stops us from acting as quickly as we'd like to sometimes, or prevents us from acting as quickly as we could sometimes. So there are some barriers as well sometimes when looking at new technology.
Of course. You've obviously gone some way down the road and had some experience of implementing some of these technologies. Many of the people watching this video are perhaps just setting out on that road. From the experience you've had, if there was one piece of advice you'd give to somebody who's starting off now, what do you think that would be?
I think be comfortable relying on good suppliers or retailers. Be comfortable working with your supply network, making sure that you've got excellent advice all the way through, and then rely on good professional services to help you install and configure it correctly for the first time. Be comfortable and confident asking questions, and make sure that your own team build up a very good understanding and core knowledge of the new technology you're putting in.
Okay. Anthony Guethert from Quintiles IMS, thank you for coming along and sharing some of your experiences of software-defined storage. That's what we've got time for on this video. If you go to our website at computerweekly.com, you'll find video interviews with our other speakers from this event, as well as from past CW500 Club events as well. Thanks for watching.